Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having us.
To start off, I'd just like to ask you, what's your association with HTC been, and where do you stand in technology? So just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I basically I am the president of the global sales at HTC. I also have retaining the title of a CFO. I'm responsible for the global sales organization, also the finance organization in that regard here. So that's basically my title here. And I was born in Taiwan, and I finished my college in Taiwan, and also graduate school in the U.S. I worked briefly as an engineer in the U.S., also a long period of time as an investment banker in Goldman Sachs before joining HTC.
So you're basically a man who understands technology. You're not
I
just
wouldn't dare say I understand
right,
technology.
right.
Yes, I had a PhD in engineering.
Right.
That, from today's term, is actually a long time ago. So I wouldn't say that I understand technology. I'm trying to keep up with the technology.
Right.
That's probably a better phrase.
Right. So you've been coming to India a lot.
Yes.
HTC obviously is looks at India as a very important
crucial market for us.
So tell us about your take on India, the story so far, and where do you see yourself?
I think we're very glad the progress we made since the beginning of the year. I think market share has grown sort of like quite materially. We have an aim market share for 10% in 2015 calendar year here. I think currently we're sitting around close to 5% based on our internal sales data and the market size. I think we're going to grow a little bit in terms of market share in Q4 in terms of calendar year. We think this is a quite key market. The market expanding, also very dynamic. You can see people have a different needs at different price tiers. So first of all, having the right robust product portfolio to us is very important. Also, second thing is continue to invest in our brand, also important. And we also would like our brand being seen as a young, vibrant, pursue brilliant activities, enable our consumer to pursue their brilliant the activities. We think this is very important. I think with that, all the phones we want to make sure come with a great design. And from my personal experience, I think Indian consumers, they had a good taste on design, and combined with color choices, which I found actually a pleasant surprise. Actually 2 years ago. And then I studied more and more, and I found out that that's actually to HTC advantage. So we start leveraging that advantage, and I think apparently that efforts pay off. And then we think it's a great match. And perhaps because there's a lot of young consumers, or consumer without young hearts in mind. So we think that's a good match. So we really have high aspiration for HTC presence in India, and most importantly, want to make sure that we deliver the kind of brand promise for India consumers.
Perfect. Speaking about the products that you launched today, without a doubt, the Re was the revelation of the day.
Sure.
So could you tell us about the story behind it? Where did it start from, and how did you think of going beyond the smartphone market, and why especially a camera?
Right. So we thought about first of all something beyond smartphone, and beyond smartphone and smartphone in the connected world here. This part is a connected self, a connected lifestyle. We think that's something we can have a good presence. So then the question is, the HTC smartphone is being known for a couple things. From early days, for known being a technology advancement and solutions. Coming up being known for a great design, and great design coupled with two major experience. One major experience is sound, and coupled with this front sort of facing dual speakers in there. The other great experience about imaging experience. So you can see when we presented today here, it's not just an imaging camera, it's the whole the imaging or photography kind of experience in that. So when you do something beyond a smartphone, this in a Re camera, is remarkable little camera, we like to call it internally, we use the same marketing name. It's just a natural extension for us. Then coming into this area for the connected self and connected style, how do we create something that people would really use in their daily lifestyle experience that's resulting in the creation of the Re camera?
Very nice, very nice. And I see that you priced it extremely aggressively. Was that a conscious decision to price it below 10,000 rupees?
I think we think this is something a broad spectrum of consumer will want to use in their daily activities here. So one thing we want to address, because this is something new. Something new. It's not like a smartphone. Everybody knows smartphone, how to use it, quite familiar with it. This is something new and perhaps need more noise, awareness, the buzz, and sometimes more education through word of mouth there. So we think having a introductory promotional offer for limited time for consumer perhaps can stimulate the kind of noise and buzz to create the kind of word of mouth here. That's why we want to set the price. And we hope at this price we can eliminate kind of psychological barrier for consumer to really adapt to it and then spread them on it and create a wave and buzz. That's what I hope.
Very nice. And
you think that you like the price?
Yeah, the price is fantastic. I mean, GoPro was trying to do something similar, but you guys have beaten them to the punch. And
yeah.
I just hope that Snapdeal doesn't crash the day it goes live. You know, people when they come to buy it online, I just hope that the experience of buying online is still something that's nascent in India. People are still getting used to it.
Yeah, and I want to highlight about why we're working with Snapdeal. Faisal probably talked to you about that here. I think and a lot of people, I saw a lot of the question all surrounding the brick and mortars versus the online. I want to just, for the record, the brick and mortars, physical retail stores, is very important to us. Well, we want to make sure on this recamera, because it's quite new. So we need a partner who can really focus and dedicate resources and making sure it's available, accessible to all the consumer there. So we want to make sure, like you said, it doesn't crash the system when the first time the pre-order come, and then we also want to make sure our supply is adequate, because it looks like we're expecting a wave of consumer demand in that.
And Mr. Chia-Lin, now HTC has been coming out with really well-built phones, phones that look good, feel good, and I see that coming across the entire portfolio of products that HTC offers. Do you think these sensibilities register on the end user when they make the purchasing decision?
Yes, we think so. I'll give you an example here is on Desire A16. When we announced it in May, we priced, we think, appropriately. Looking back, we think also a price appropriately, because we priced at $23,500, and for the 6 month period time, the price has not changed. So when you first price it appropriately, you have strong momentum running out of the gate there, and consumer buying it, they feel like 6 months after it's still the same price. They have the sense, the comfort that the buying is worth the price. So that doesn't depreciate. We understand, yes, consumer electronics is actually pretty dynamic, but doesn't depreciate that quickly. So over the whole life cycle of that 6 months here, the demand and the sale are very stable. So that's something we like. So to us, having the right sensitivity, having the appropriate price in the beginning, very important. We don't want to, actually we misprice it, or demand's not good, let's drop the price. What about the consumer who just purchase it? We need to make sure that they also feel we deliver the right brand promise. So that to us is a key.
Perfect, man. Last question, since you showed us a glimmer of what HTC is planning to unveil in terms of a whole bunch of product ranges, what will be the next area of attack when it comes to moving beyond cameras or photography? I
think what I would say, obviously we have a policy not commenting on products we haven't introduced here, but I would say the following here. I think you saw we introduced the little remarkable camera. You saw we have a very strong offering in the smartphone area, not just a product, also on the experience side of it. And you saw the announcement of the Nexus 9, the co-branded by Google and HTC in there. And in the coming months, what you will see here is, what I could comment here is that you're going to see more product offering in the smartphone area at attractive price consumers, especially for Indian markets. And you'll see products specific design for Indian consumer markets that we'll see very quickly. And you also see more stuff coming out beyond the smartphone area in terms of what specific thing I probably can't comment here. Just humbly to ask the consumer, and you guys stay tuned.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Thank you.